Goodbye to cash. The mark of the beast is coming soon. This is a central banker. Let me show you the direction that he's going in so that you'll better understand this. And then we'll take it a step further so that you can better understand the conspiracy that centers around this. It is a satanic conspiracy. But look at what he happens to say. This is important.
Now, in order to our analysis on CBDC, in particular for the use of general use, we tend to establish the equivalence with cash. And there is a huge difference there. For example, in cash, we don't know, for example, who's using a $100 bill today. We don't know who is using a 1,000 peso bill today. A key difference with the CBDC.
By the way, do you understand that he is openly and blatantly admitting that the problem with regular currency, cash, is that they can't track your activity? He says that's a problem. You understand that? These words are carefully chosen. Let me show you how careful he is about what he says. Watch this.
Is that central bank will have absolute control on the rules and regulations that will determine the use of.
The central bank will have absolute control over the rules and regulations. By the way, look how he looks down as he says what might be the most hardcore part of this video. It's hardcore, folks.
$100 bill today. We don't know who is using a 1,000 peso bill today. A key difference with the CBDC is that central bank will have.
Watch that. The central bank will have, and he's going to continue on right now. This guy is from the Bank of International Settlements. He is a central banker. Look at how he's looking down now to make sure that he reads the prepared statement correctly. This is crazy, folks. Look at this.
Absolute control on the rules and regulations that will determine the use of that expression of central bank liability. And also, we will have the technology to enforce that.
We will have the technology to enforce that. We're not only going to have absolute control, but we are going to have the technology to enforce that. In other words, we are going to determine what is best for whatever we think is best for us in order to allow you or disallow you to be able to buy anything. Do you understand how absolutely crazy that is? Folks, people are buying this hook, line, and sinker. This is not starting with the government, folks. This is starting with the private sector. The United States government worked hand in hand with Jamie Dimon at Chase to destroy a bank through its overregulation and then hand it to them in order to take over its deposits as well as its loans and other assets and liabilities. Why? Because the United States government cannot afford through FDIC to make good on those deposits. So instead of doing so, they chose to give $40 billion to Jamie Dimon to bribe him to be able to manage the problem. Which, by the way, if you've watched Jamie Dimon, he's got a suit on with an American flag right by a Ukrainian flag. You understand the direction that he's going. Folks, this is a grand conspiracy that is being promulgated by Satan.